Joining me now is Eric Ham, our CTV News U.S. political analyst. Thanks as always for joining us, Eric.
It's good to be with you, Roger. Thanks.
Your reaction to Trump's announcement that he's trying to facilitate direct talks between Putin and Zelenskyy?
Yeah, that's a really huge feat and a big step forward by the president to actually try to put this meeting together. We know that Vladimir Putin has steadfastly refused to actually meet or even remotely engage with President Zelenskyy. And one of the reasons for that is because he just doesn't see Zelenskyy as a legitimate president, nor does he recognize Ukrainian sovereignty. And so, in fact, such a meeting could actually be put together. I still am not sure that it can, but if it can, I think that goes a long way to actually perhaps maybe a massive breakthrough if, in fact, something like that could actually come to fruition.
What do you think it would take for the two to sit down in the same room together, which I only can imagine would be a challenge for Zelenskyy as well?
Oh, absolutely. But again, Zelenskyy has actually been calling for direct talks with Vladimir Putin. And of course, Donald Trump has been pushing for a trilateral summit. Now, we know that Putin has certainly been doing a lot in an effort to try to buy more time. And I suspect that if a meeting like that were to actually occur, there would perhaps have to be some massive concessions that Ukraine, Zelenskyy specifically, would have to agree to before such a meeting would actually come together.
And what do you think of Trump saying he's going to have those two in the room together and then they'll have the trilateral meeting? Why not try and set up the trilateral first?
Well, I think because, again, even Donald Trump himself probably is unsure as to perhaps what would happen, or if, in fact, he were to get Vladimir Putin to agree to such a meeting, if it would, in fact, actually happen. And also, too, I think President Trump recognizes not only the complexity, but also the delicate nature of these talks and what would be required in terms of what Zelenskyy is looking for in terms of guarantees, and more importantly, what, in fact, he would be asking in terms of concessions from Vladimir Putin. That perhaps is something Donald Trump doesn't want to be involved in. And I think also he's trying to lessen the U.S. footprint and make this more about these two leaders actually coming together to create a deal, and the United States serving more as a facilitator in terms of bringing the two principles together for these discussions.
Okay, Eric, thank you as always, sir.
Thank you.
Eric Ham is our CTV News U.S. political analyst.